Hey guys, it's me, Christina Marie. So I'm going to do a cooking video for you guys and girls today. I'm going to show you guys how I lost 20 pounds. This is many years ago. 20 pounds in 30 days. And yes, that sounds really crazy, but it was not hard. As long as you like soup, you will be good. This is the soup that I cooked and that I probably ate 90% of the time when I was on the cleanse, because it is a cleanse, but you don't feel like you're depriving yourself. This is a chicken soup, but this is a Mexican style chicken soup, so we call it a caldo. And the chicken is totally optional. But if you guys are wondering how I made this soup, just stay tuned. And I did want to show you guys this, so if you guys pause the video, you can actually write this recipe down. Since I don't show you from the get-go, like you need 2 of this and 3 of that, blah, blah, blah. So you guys can write this recipe down. And actually where it says bouillon, that's 1 to 2 tablespoons. For a amount this big, it took 2 tablespoons. Okay guys, so you take one whole cabbage, or you can take 2, I took 2, and you cut it right down the middle with the, this portion on the bottom, you know, where it starts to grow. And we're gonna make this really chunky, so you're gonna take this whole top and you're just gonna slice it 1, 2, 1, 2, and then 1, 2, again, the opposite way. And it gives you these big chunks of cabbage. We're gonna stick that in the pot. Now the bottom of the cabbage, I'm just gonna cut it as like this and take off the edges because I don't like so much the hard middle in my soup. Okay, so this is what's left. We just left the bottom piece. And these pieces you're gonna cut up a little bit smaller because the closer you get down to that portion that we left over, the thicker the cabbage gets. And I don't like my cabbage super thick. So in my pot I have 2 whole heads of cabbage. And then we're gonna take 2 whole onions. Okay, we're gonna take the whole onions, and I actually get very large onions. Cut it in half and dice it the exact same way and throw those chunks on top as well. Okay, so you're gonna take 1 or 2 whole garlics. I don't have the garlic. I have the one that the garlic paste that I get the whole garlic and then I blend it in the blender with some oil. So I'm gonna take the garlic. I'm gonna put it on top here. Just about that much. We're also going to take 1 tablespoon of the chicken flavoring. 1 tablespoon, that's it. It's a heaping tablespoon, but it's a tablespoon. Okay, and then you're going to put your chicken broth on top of it. I go to the dollar store and I get this chicken broth. It's all natural chicken broth, believe it or not. It doesn't have any artificial ingredients. We're going to put this all on top of the stew here, but look at this. We're gonna have to add the ingredients later until this cabbage actually cooks down, because if I show you, look at how huge that is. It's a huge pot. So it's going to cook down, and then we're gonna add the ingredients in a second. Okay, so while that's cooking, I'm actually gonna start prepping the other food that's gonna go into it after that cabbage has cooked down. And so what I'm doing here is I have 5 potatoes. And I'm gonna chunk these into pretty big chunks here, as you can see, because this is gonna go into the soup. And the smaller the chunk is, the faster it cooks, obviously. So I just cut these straight down. The less potatoes that you use, the better, because potatoes, as you guys know, has a lot of sugar. It's a carbohydrate that you don't wanna have too much of. Okay, so I'm gonna cut these up, and then I'm gonna cut up my cilantro and get that ready. I'm just gonna take some scissors and chop it up. And this is optional, okay? You can put chicken in it. I am doing chicken. I'm doing shredded chicken that I had for earlier this week. And I have shredded chicken. You can put raw chicken in this and let it boil. But mind you, when you do that, you always get like a little bit of a foam on top of the soup. It's not bad at all. You just take the little foam away. But if you wanted to avoid the foam, you would put in cooked chicken chunks, rotisserie chicken, shredded chicken, whatever chicken you got. Okay? Okay, so like I said, this is how I cut the cilantro. We just cut it with our scissors just like this, chop it up. It's much quicker and faster. And Alejandro did want me to mention this. He actually likes for a little bit of citrus to it. So we get limes and we cut them and then we squeeze them into the soup. That's totally preference, but he likes it like more Latin style soup, caldo.
Everything tastes better with lime and salt.
You see? Everything tastes better with lime and salt, even though he doesn't know that I actually don't cook with a lot of salt. Cabbage has cooked down. I'm going to show you guys this. See, the cabbage cooked down all the way where it left all this water on top, or all the soup. So I put in the potatoes and the shredded chicken, and we're going to let this cook as well. And then at the very end, we're going to add the cilantro to give it some flavor. And then we're going to put a little bit of lemon. But I did taste it, and it did need a little bit more of the chicken flavoring. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to show you what it looks like after. Okay guys, so I came over here and I checked the potatoes. The potatoes were soft, so I threw in the cilantro, and that's going to cook in there for a few more minutes until the cilantro is nice and soft. And now to the very end step, we're going to take about 3 limes and we're going to throw it in here, all in this caldo, in this soup. And that's pretty much it. Oh, I did want to note that Alejandro did want some carrots in the soup, my son. So we put some carrots in there while the potatoes were cooking to get them nice and soft. And I'm gonna plate this and show you guys, what it looks like. So this is what it looks like once it's all cooked up and plated. Let me get some good lighting on that. Isn't that awesome? You see all the vegetables and everything, it's just cooked down, and it tastes amazing. So like I said, if you guys did this for 30 days and did it 90% of the time, you know, you would lose a tremendous amount of weight like I did in the past. So I'm gonna try to do it again and see how this works out. I'm Christina Marie. Give me a thumbs up and share me with your friends. I'm out. Bye.